Okay, so we're wrapping up our series with Pablo. He's going home on Sunday. Yes, you are. Good boy. Yes. And so tonight for the treat, I'm using dried chicken livers or something. But like I said before, you need a high value food reward. So I'm going with chicken livers tonight. Cheese, hot dogs, um, something that is a high value food reward, like I talked before. Pablo, yep, goose. So you can see his foose is doing really nice. And then we're going to do some off-leash stuff tonight. First of all, we're just going to work on simple things here just to begin. So I'm just going to line him up. Sit. Yes. Good boy. So he's very intent on this treat. And that's what you want, is just something that connects his behavior with the reward. And that it needs to be a quick reward. Timing is a lot of the trick, I guess, but you really got to time the reward with the behavior. So he's sitting, he's looking at me, yes, and just say yes, and give him the treat. So sit. So we're just going to, I'm just going to ask him for a plots, and I've done the hand motion also for down, plots, plots. Good. Yes. Good boy. Yes, that's a good boy. So I'm just using that hand motion to kind of reinforce the command, the voice command. So again, we're just going to say plots. Good. Sit. Yes. So when you're far away from him, you can still give him the command, which is going to be with your hand, you can do the plots motion if you're too far away from him. Pablo, plots. Good. Sit. Yes. Good boy. So we've just been working on that. That he is responsive and quick, as quick as you would like for him to be. Plots. So that's how you get a plots, is just to take the treat and direct him where you want him to be. And that can work for any dog, really. So again, we're just going to take the treat. We're going to say plots. Yes. And he plots. I told him yes, and he gets the treat. Sit. So sit. On the very beginning levels of this, you're just going to take the treat and just set it over his nose, so that his body is following his nose and he has to sit. So that's the beginning of that. I'll show you that again. Whoops, got a freebie. Okay, plots. So I'm just going to take the treat and lay it down towards the ground. Yes. Tell him yes. And then sit. You're just having him follow the treat. Yes. Good boy. So that's how you start that. And then you can increase the distance as they progress in that. You want to go slowly, and you want to build the distance that you're gaining as his skill level increases. Plots. Good. Sit. Sit. Yes. Good boy. So it's just consistency and patience, because they are animals and they are able to think on their own. So we just want them to think in the direction that we are trying to achieve. So again, I'm just going to plots. Yes, good boy. So that's how you start with that. So let's see some foos or heel. I use the German commands. It just goes because they're German Shepherds, so that's just either your preference. So we're just going to ask him to sit. Pablo, sit. Sit. Yes, good boy. Yep. Good. Foos. Good boy. Yes, good boy. Sit. So we're just going to ask that again, and I'm just going to get him in here so that he's in the right screen. Yep. Again, I'm just putting that right on my thigh here, right in on top of your feet, and that's where you want him to finish when you call him back, especially you know, as you go into trials and stuff like that, where you're going to be judged. You want a nice finish, so we're just starting that at an early age, so that he has that foundation and that solid recall. Foos. Yes, good boy. And then to start Foos, you're just putting the treat where you want him to finish. Sit. So as I was saying, you want to put the treat where you want him to finish. Sorry about that. Sit. Good. 9 Jude. Sit. Yes. Okay, so we're just asking for a foos. Good boy. Yes. Good boy. Sit. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. So I'm just going to go out a little bit farther and show you and his foos, just a little bit longer here. Foos. Yes. Sit. Yes. Foos. Foos. Yes. So the other thing I was going to just talk about is off leash and having the leash. So this is obviously just used for direction, just to make sure that he is staying in the place that we want him to be as we are teaching him a foos. So by having this here, I can keep him where I want him to be, and that will train him to know the placement in order to get the reward. So we're just going to do that real briefly here. Sit. Good boy. Yes. So he's completed the task that I wanted him to. He did it. He did that well. So we're just going to go ahead and say yes and give him the treat. Yes. So he's just sitting here. He's being good. That's all the fundamentals that you're looking for in a young pup when you're working on your obedience. Great eye contact, of course, because I'm holding the treat, and he's very focused. So he knows, where he's supposed to be, what he's supposed to be doing right now. So, foos, yes. Good. Yes. Sit. Yes. Good boy. So then we'll work on some off-leash stuff here. We'll just try that. Foos. So you can see that he's doing very well, staying in the correct position as far as when we're on a foos. So I'm going to take him out here a little bit and just show you more of that off leash that we've been working on. Foos. Good boy. Sit. Yes. Good boy. That's a good boy. So as you can see, you know, he's perfect in the position. Sit. Yes. Good boy. And then, you know, it's just every night we've been working on something. So, you know, that's where you're going to see the most benefit from your training, is that you're doing it daily. It doesn't have to be very long. You just want to continue to ingrain the fundamentals and then go forward from there. So again, I'm just going to ask him to foos. Yes, good boy. And then we're going to turn. Yep, good. Good boy. Turn. Good boy. Sit. Yes. Good boy. So then I'll just show you, yep, sit. Just going to show you the middle command. So again, I'm just stepping my legs apart. That's kind of his cue, whether it's middle or foos. Middle. Yes, good boy. So middle is really good because he can, you know, it's just another way to work his brain. But middle is beneficial as you progress in your training and titling and things like that. It's nice to have that. So I'm just going to show you, we're going to go out a bit and I'll show you his long down and a long plots, I guess, and a long sits. So we're just going to try that out here. Foos. Foos. Good boy. Yes. Good boy. Turn. Yes. Turn. Yes. Sit. Yes. Good boy. So just wrapping up, you know, he is much better off leash. His focus is really good. You know, his attention span, he's only 4.5 months, so you want to keep your sessions short. You always want to end on a good note. Whatever it is that you may be struggling with, go back to something else that he does really good. Do that and end it for that night or day or that training session. But you do want to keep them short just because he doesn't have a really long attention span right now, just being a puppy. And then we've learned to shake. Yes. Shake with the other one. Yes. So we've learned both shake left and right. And then as far as our twirl, good. Twirl. Good. So anything that you do, yes, good boy. Anything you do on one side, you want to do it on the other. So again, we're just going to twirl. Twirl. Yes, good boy.